Essentially, that's absolutely true. You know, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter anything. What it matters is working together. It's not just about who you know, it's about who they know. Before you know it, you're going to be in states you never even knew you were going to be in. Okay? You're going to have teams in places where you never even realized that people know people, and people know people, and people know people, and people know people. And you're going to find that you're going to be Skyping in for them, or doing a call on a loudspeaker, you know, because you're here and they're there and they need you to do the opening, and that's fine. And they learn, and you call them up, and you make them do something. I think I did one with somebody in Spokane, and I made him get up and show the bottle and do the whole thing like I did for you, and that just changed him immediately the second that he got up in front and showed the bottle, and it's so easy for him. And now he's branding like mad. He's in Spokane, he's doing it on trains, he's everywhere, he's got a captive audience, he's just, you know, it's amazing. And 40% of this company, and I'm just going to say this because most of you are women, are men. Let me tell you why that is. Men think about money. It's their training. It's like biological. Women are caregivers. We want to know the science. We're touchy-feely. We want to share. But let me just tell you this. Women are climbing to the top fast, and that's because the product works, and because we are touchy-feely, and because we do hug, and we do come together, and we do share. Just like a good movie or a good pair of shoes or whatever sales happening at, you know, Ross that we all need to go get. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the product works, and therefore it networks. And if you really think that your ultimate goal is in your first 30 days to get 3 brand partners and 3 customers, that's your 30-day goal. 30 days is a very long time, by the way. Seems like not a lot of time, but it's a very long time. And nobody's asking you to have, you can work at your own pace. The only reason to fast start qualify is that, and that's another way for in your first 30 days getting 3 brand partners and 3 customers, is 1, your product is already free because you got your 3 customers, so you don't pay for your own auto ship. And 2, because you get a 10% check match on everything right away instead of waiting until you're a director and starting at a 5% check match. So of course there's an incentive for your first 30 days, and it empowers you. It empowers you, and this is an empowering business. And the idea is to empower you. And when you see now money and you focus on weekly goals, contacting 2 to 3 people a day, you know, you don't need to have goals of I'm going to call 100 people today. That's ridiculous. You go at the pace that is comfortable for you, and you will eventually learn how to play what I call Nerium checkers, which is a game once you learn how to do Nerium, how to share Nerium, and how to have parties, and how to grow your business and talk to people and share and get out of your comfort zone, because that's where we all like to be, in our little box. It's okay. We all started that way. Fear is normal. Fear of stepping out of any box is normal. I don't care what it is. Fear is also false evidence appearing real. That's right. It's actually a biological fight or flight reflex. That is what keeps you in your comfort zone, because you'd rather fly than fight. Everybody avoids a conflict. It's natural, unless they're a little whacked, in which case they look for one. But that's not generally in people in Nerium. So, I want you to think of this as a gift. This is a gift. You can be a customer, you can be a brand partner. The choice is up to you whether or not you want to be committed and be involved in this business. But I will tell you, and I do believe this from the very bottom of my heart and soul. Number 1, I've gotten to be able to get to know some of the most beautiful people that I probably would have never met had I not joined and become People that mean so much to me that I can't imagine my life without them now. And what did I do before it? I don't know. I feel blessed in that way. I feel blessed that I know that regardless of how slow I go and stars upon Mars and all of that are perks and they're all wonderful, but that ultimately, no matter what, just by sharing this product and getting it into people's hands, by next year or the next 2 years, I'm never going to have to look back because there are more products coming. But we also have a barrier of entry, which is another word for a moratorium. And for those of you that don't understand what that is, I'm going to also go back and resort to my medical background and tell you that when a drug company, and we're not a drug company, I'm just using this to explain what a moratorium is. When a drug company makes a new drug, let's say it's Advil or Tylenol or all the brand names that you can think of off the top of your head. Let's say it's Kleenex, okay? Gondra, Johnson & Johnson, okay, whatever. These names stick in your head. Why? Because they had a moratorium for 10 years because of the money and research they put into creating that product that blocked anybody from knocking it off. We have a barrier of entry forever. R is no longer a patent pending, it is patented. So no one can touch our extract. No one can knock it off. No one can combine it the way we're combining it or use it the way we're using it. And 30% of everything we do changes the world because it goes back into autoimmune research and research on future products. So we will be taking over the world. Yes, it's thinking on the brain, and every night we are figuring out that we are going to take over the world. It's going to happen. It's going to happen naturally. And it's, like I said, before you know it, Nerium has you. You don't have Nerium. Nerium has you. And it's a wonderful business. And if you want to be a customer initially, that's okay. Because everybody that you share it with to get yours for free, if you put 3 preferreds in, and you're allowed to do that up to 6 to get 2 bottles, which gives you a bottle to share if you can't afford to get in right away, you can still be building your empire before you brand. Because what happens with those customers is they follow you. So when you become a brand partner, you may not get their bottles from them initially. You won't get the bottles because you started as a preferred customer. You'll get the free 2 bottles if there's 6. And if there's 20, who cares? Because you're going to brand, believe me, after you hit 6 and get 2 free bottles and start to share it that way. It's just natural that people say, oh my God, everybody wants this. What am I doing? I need to get in. And we're at the beginning. No one knows about Nerium. Make no mistake when I tell you this. No one knows that Nerium exists except for people like you and me. And that's it. The rest of the whole world and the rest of the United States are primarily clueless that this new entity exists. Get on Groupon. Just put in your address. And you're going to see that everybody on Groupon is suffering, or they're giving a discount of 50% or better, or they wouldn't be in Groupon. Go to your local paper and find out who's advertising lower than cost and couldn't possibly be surviving on that. They need help. Think of your friends, your neighbors, people in your community that can't pay their mortgage or need help or need a fresh start and need hope. That's what this is. And I can tell you firsthand that if you plug in and you learn and you share, there is nowhere for you to go but up and free. Freedom. Freedom to do charity. Freedom to be philanthropic. Freedom to be an artist if that's what you want to be. because you will no longer have the money monkey on your back. And you will have helped so many other people to have that freedom. And that's what they mean by the Nerium lifestyle. Now, I don't have the Nerium lifestyle yet, but I'm really not that concerned about it. I'm doing just fine. And whatever it takes, and I'm not worried about it because I already know where I'll be in 2 years from now. I really am not concerned in the least. So I want you to realize this is not a pushy thing. This is a lucky thing. And you're in the luckiest place in the world right now if you appreciate what we have. If there's any questions, I'm happy to field them for you. Usually at the end of mine there aren't. And that's fine.
What does your schedule look like for December? I want you to help me with partner.
Then all you need to do, I'm a texter, okay? So I will tell you that my voicemail is always full. It just is. But I will get back to you. And I'm also a Facebooker. So if you private message me, I will answer that question and I will get back to you. Those of you that have worked with me know that I will get back to you. All you need to do is book it.
Yep. We'll
Get it on the book.
what I want everybody else to know too.
That's right. All you need to do, loves, I love giving parties. This is my favorite part of the day. It really is. Sharing it. Telling you that you are at the pinnacle place right now. And so that's my happy place. And I don't care where you live, if you need me to Skype in or you need me to be on a conference call loud. I did that today for a whole other team. That's not my team. That joked with me when I asked him who their upline was. He writes back cross line. Because he didn't want to tell me. But he still asked me for my help and to do it for him. And of course I did. And they learned a lot. And they all felt warm and cozy afterwards and much more comfortable in their own skin. Remember, this is also personal growth and working together with each other. And we need to be good to each other. Be good to each other. And count your blessings every day. Yes.
Until Nerium comes up with this, when do you wash your faces at night before you put the Nerium on?
Nerium recommends that you just use whatever cleanser you want. That is a question, that's a private question. I have my preferences. And that's something that you would want to field me privately, and I will tell you what regimen I feel is conducive and what I feel I've scientifically meshed with the here. I know that a lot of what I've already done in my head will be in future products, but currently, getting someone to a stage or getting someone to, that sometimes you have to be synergistic in your thinking. And that's okay, and I'm here for that. But that's a private conversation, not part of an RRP. Real results part, okay? But believe me, I'm happy to answer any technical questions. And once again, I urge you to get on Rachel Rowen Perfect Skin, just so that you can have the articles at your disposal, so you can use them, share them. I don't care if you quote me or not, I'm calling you. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to understand, learn, and be able to share. And that's it, guys. You are free, and the decision is up to you. And I hope that I was beneficial for you tonight.
Thank you.